All right, brother David Mohammed, how you doing, bro?
I can't complain. Just another day at work.
It's another day at work. And for you, where is work?
During the day, I'm the dean of students at a private school here in Kansas City, Missouri. Um, some evenings I run a martial arts school with my father, and then I also started a nonprofit through the martial arts school as well.
A great many things, right? Well, bro, I was really excited to engage with you about this. You and I have been talking for a while about many different things, but when it comes to the Surge space, how we transform the system in education, it's a monumental question. And we each have our own kind of unique experiences with the system, but I think that ties into a larger narrative that, the Venn diagram around what things we all share in our experience with the system. I'd love to start just talking a little bit about in what ways has the system impacted us coming up in it as students. Like for you, like what was that experience like, and kind of what were some things that you took away from it?
Yeah, I think when I think of the word us, I have to speak to my experience as a Black male, specifically, parents who were very intentional about moving to a different community to provide me with what was considered to be a better education, because of the failing schools that I was in at that time. They had lost accreditation and things of that nature, and it didn't seem like it was getting any better. And so very young, I was taught, one, the importance of education, but also the importance of how you perform and show up in those spaces where that education is considered to be of high standard, which typically ends up being predominantly white, affluent spaces. So I was in suburban areas where I was one of the only, and this code switching that you pick up on very young to recognize that if you want to be considered one of the good ones and not problematic, then you have to play a certain role. And so, while I had my struggles with that in middle and high school to some extent, I never went far enough to break the character that I knew I needed to play to appease the powers that be. And so, as I've gotten older and remain in education spaces, I've had to challenge my own ideas of what it means to be an academic and show up as one's true self or full self. But in these systems, oftentimes you feel like because it is an entire system, that it's better to get in line and play the game and stifle one's opinions and maybe even sometimes one's integrity in order to not ruffle feathers or cause ripples in the water.